No. No, 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 no! Hi, 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 hello, hello, hello. Why do we do that sometimes? Hello, it's me once again, Anno, and today we're playing, I believe it's enunciated and called Bojas Rosas. Bojas Rosas. Or Boyas Rosas. I'm not, probably not the second one. It's either Boas Rosas. And I am so sorry if I'm butchering up the name. I definitely have no idea how to enunciate it. But this is a visual novel. I believe it's a romance visual novel. I do not remember, as I like to do, as I like to go into these very much. Oh my gosh, I just read the actual. Wow, this has a lot going on. Okay. It's the romance visual novel, clearly of the darker side. And I figured, you know what, I want to get this played. I want to play it, even though I don't remember much about it. Even though it might not be great for me, I still want to play it because I was curious. If you're not comfortable with any of these themes, we encourage you to exit the game immediately. The creator of the game does not endorse these practices in any serious manner. Their inclusion is solely for the purpose of the gaming experience. So if you are very much uncomfortable with any of the mentioned here elements, please do click off the video. I personally am not so uncomfortable with it. As I said, I looked at the game and I saw the thumbnail. I was like, oh, not even thumbnail, but like the proper cover, and it looked pretty cool, pretty interesting. But yes, let's get into this. I know I'm literally coming into more of a wholesome streak for my own good, but finding wholesome games is actually surprisingly a little harder than it looks. If you really can't pay for something, it's kind of extra. It's kind of hard. But I'll keep looking. I'll keep going. So yeah, do like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get notified whenever I post. Let's continue. Like, look at this. This looks super cute. Look at that eyeshadow. Dang, I really want to know how to be. I'm just gonna look up a tutorial on how to do that. This looks cool. Let me check the volume real quick. The game should be. That's perfect. Probably a little too low, but let's just heighten it up a little. That should be good. Oh, it was. Oh, okay. It's Bajo las Rosas. Bajo las Rosas. I hope I'm saying that right. Right, let's play. Day 1. Germ of Desire. Well, they have so many cute roses, too. I loved my home. Not just for the happy memories I built there, but for the way it seemed to embrace me with its love in every corner. Every step I took, every corner, every rose, everything spoke to me of love. But no matter how much I loved it, no matter how much I wished to stay forever, no matter how many times I told it, day after day, how much I cared, it seems it was never enough. Funny, isn't it? In fairy tales, they always talk about happily ever after. But no one tells you that forever is actually very short. True. Fair, I mean realistically, that happiness is there. It can be really long, but even if it's like a really healthy long-term thing, you still feel like it's very brief compared to it continuing to go. I don't know why time feels like that. I'm not a negative Nancy, mind you. Even it just feels like even when you're happy, if it only could just last a bit more long, a little longer. More than it has to, more than it should. And it should continue that way, just again, forever. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. What matters is that I took it with me. Because no matter where I go, my home has always lived here. My home has always lived here. And that means I can create something just as beautiful, maybe even better. Hmm. I think the most concerning thing is that I've been here for over 2 weeks and I still haven't finished unpacking. I mean, if you have a lot of stuff, that's not concerning, but it looks like you have two boxes, so that feels like you just don't want to move in yet. Give yourself some time, it's okay. The space is much smaller than what I was used to in my old house. And between one thing and another, I always end up watching videos for at least 3 hours. Sigh. I totally say sigh as I sighed. Alright, I knelt in front of a couple of boxes, big enough to fit a person inside. Oh, that's interesting. And started rummaging through their contents for what must have been the 500th time. Kitchen, kitchen. God, where the heck did I put them? I've been eating with plastic cutlery because I can't remember where I packed the real ones. Cutlery. Cutlery 1, meat 0. Ah, what a mess I am. But if I'm going to start over, it has to be perfect. You can start bit by bit, like putting up some stuff on the window, some curtains, small stuffed pillows, mats. It doesn't need to move in immediately. It can just be like bit by bit, Go thrifting, pop some tags, I stopped for a moment to look at the chaos around me. And on top of one of the boxes, I spotted a yellow envelope. The apartment paperwork, the one I was supposed to turn in about 3 days ago. Oh dear. I searched for a pen, pulled the paper out of the envelope, and started inspecting the fields, looking for the ones I had yet to fill out. I don't speak Spanish, but I believe something your name. Nombre, I know his name, so at least I know that much. Okay, let's go with Buttercup. This might be among the last playthroughs for Buttercup, so let's see. Let's go. Let's celebrate that. What are your pronouns? She. Carefully, I packed it back and left it on the table so I wouldn't forget to drop it off tomorrow. Then I turned my attention back to the place. The apartment itself looked nice enough, but seeing it so empty filled me with unease. My eyes scanned the room, wondering which box to dig into next, until they landed on the imposing sliding door in the corner. Who would have thought an apartment with a garden? I didn't even know those existed. I always thought apartments were designed to squeeze every last inch of space. Suddenly, a loud noise broke my train of thought. From the ceiling, a series of heavy, continuous thuds rang out, like someone was playing baseball, testing how many hits it would take to break the ceramic floor. I sighed, slightly annoyed. I really would have preferred getting a house, but time was breathing down my neck and I didn't have the luxury to look for something better. My eyes drifted back to the glass door leading to the patio, and then an idea struck me. I got it. So that's what was missing. I carefully maneuvered through the scattered mess on the floor, as if navigating an improvised parkour course. Unlike those damn cutlery pieces, I knew exactly where to find what I needed to make this place feel like home. I reached one of the more isolated boxes, one that looked different from the rest. I grabbed it carefully and sat down on the floor, peeling off the tape with the same delicacy as unwrapping a precious gift. And they were there, wrapped in plastic and cushioned by colorful damp towels, a bouquet of red roses, roots and all. So beautiful, so perfect, that that just looking at them felt intoxicating. I felt my heart grow lighter. These roses were truly important to me. I lifted the bouquet with the utmost care, as if holding a multi-million-dollar painting. The wrapping crinkled under my fingers as I peeled back layer after layer, like an artist undressing his muse. But something made me freeze. Something was wrong. A sour smell invaded my nose. Oh dear, it's picking up now. Okay, let me relax. I felt my body tense, my skin prickling. With the bouquet fully unwrapped, I pushed aside a few roses until I reached the bottom. Oh, oh, they're wilting. And there it was, a completely rotten rose. No, 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 no! In desperation, I started plucking away the damaged petals. One by one, they fell to the floor, but the more I tried to save it, the faster it seemed to decay before my eyes. As if it was desperately trying to escape me. At last, only the bare stem remained in my hand. Tears began falling before I even realized it. I clenched the stem so tightly that the thorns pierced my skin. But the physical pain was nothing compared to the agony of seeing my beloved Rose dead. I shot to my feet, still gripping the stem. A loud buzzing echoed in my head, making me stumble and nearly fall. I felt my body temperature rise rapidly. My vision blurred with tears, and my jaw trembled violently, as if about to shatter. With every passing second, breathing became harder. This isn't my fault. I I took care of you. I did everything right so you'd stay with me forever. You can't do this to me. You can't pay me back like this after everything I did for you. The stem slipped from between my fingers, falling to the ground. My body trembled uncontrollably. A thick red haze clouded my thoughts, and the air grew heavy. Breathing hurt. Each exhale felt like sharp knives driving into my chest. I began pacing desperately, knocking over everything in my path. Damn it! I slammed hard against the wall. I turned and grabbed it with my bloodied hands and... Oh! A metallic scent filled the air. What? She got knocked out? Or she fell? I felt a deep pain consuming me, slowly spreading through my entire body. Like a vicious mass trying to bury me alive. Buried alive? Dot dot dot. I hope that never really happened. Dot 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 question mark? What is that? Slowly, a soft scent began to surround me. Oh, sweet, but not too much. Somehow familiar. This smell. I frowned, trying to place it. It reminds me of something. Something warm and joyful. I opened my eyes with difficulty. My eyes. Is that Iolila? Wow. Ugh. I brought a hand to my forehead and blinked several times, trying to collect my thoughts. What the hell happened? I looked around. I recognized the bed, the walls, even the small table by the window. It was my room. How convenient, since I definitely didn't leave it this tidy. The curtains were up, slightly parted, letting in just enough light without hitting my face directly. Okay. Don't mind that, I was thinking of something. The The furniture I had left stacked against the door was now neatly arranged, perfectly aligned. Even the decorations I had scattered all over the floor were now carefully placed. And for some reason, everything was arranged exactly like my room in my old house. On top of that, I noticed I was tucked in perfectly under my blankets, wrapped with meticulous care. I don't remember laying down here. As my gaze wandered across the room, something caught my attention. The amount of light filtering through the curtains looked like it was daytime. The last time I was conscious, it was early at night. Oh no, how long was I asleep? I tried to sit up, but my body didn't respond, and gravity pulled me back against the mattress. Ugh, damn it, everything hurts. I lifted my trembling hand to my forehead and noticed a strip of fabric placed there. Is this a bandage? I looked at my hand. It was also wrapped carefully and precisely. What is this? Suddenly, I heard a faint noise on the other side of the door, like someone pacing back and forth. Dot dot dot. Wait, someone? Is someone in my apartment? How the hell did someone get in? Is this why everything looks so organized? For a moment, my mind went completely blank as I thought about that last part again. Everything organized? It's somebody who knows you. Okay. I don't know why I can't see everything here, but I need to let me just I think I can save here. Let me check my preferences. Oh, I can't move anything. I guess I go back and forth. Okay. Get up or stay in bed. I guess I'll have to go through all of this if I want to see it again, because I don't see anywhere where I could save. Let me see something. Yeah, there's no save part. Yeah. I feel like get up, dude. Go check. With a superhuman effort, I managed to get out of bed. I carefully approached the door and pressed my ear against the cold wood. Dot dot dot. Silence. I slowly opened the door, praying that my bad luck wouldn't strike at this exact moment and make it creak like a demon. Dot dot dot. Everything is fine. Suddenly, I heard footsteps approaching me from behind. Oh no, this is it for me. I spun around, ready to face my fate, because I was going to die. Because if I was going to die, I at least wanted to see it coming. Oh, he looks sick. Hello. Not sick as in like both. Yeah, you look both sick as in cool and sick as in like actually sick. What the heck, man? Exclamation point? Question mark? His name's question mark. Nice to meet you. Instinctively, I took the first defensive stance that came to mind. Dot dot dot. But no knife, no gun. He's not going to kill me? Though he doesn't really look like a thief either. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. That's not what you say when you just barge into somebody's house, man. That's funny. I'm glad you woke up. I was starting to get worried. His voice was soft and calm, with a tranquility that completely threw me off. How could he say that when a stranger had just broken into my apartment? He is the stranger. I felt my panic rising and my face turning pale. I quickly stepped back and careful not to trip over anything. What? Who are you? What are you doing in my apartment? How did you even get in? Without taking my eyes off him, I fumbled behind me for something. Anything. Anything I could use to defend myself from this lunatic. My hands hit something sharp. I grabbed it tightly and pointed it straight at him. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Are you kidding me? A plastic fork. Dot dot dot. Kill me. I clenched the fork as tightly as I could, trying to hide the trembling in my hands. I can't let this guy see that I'm scared. I don't want to end up on some cheap news channel as a headline, sliced up in his own apartment. Wouldn't it be her apartment? Dot dot dot. But to my surprise, the guy didn't react at all. No stepping back, no sudden movements. He simply lowered his gaze to my weapon. I saw him bite his lips, clearly trying to suppress a smile. Were you planning to stab me or invite me to dinner? I don't know if I should feel offended or completely humiliated. Is this normal for him, breaking into strangers' homes? Clearly, he's too comfortable with it. Seriously, I'm sorry. To be honest, I already thought of a few ways to explain myself. I have to admit, your excellent attack wasn't in any of the possible scenarios I had imagined. You surprised me. The guy watched me for a few moments and his body tensed slightly. He took a step back and his expression softened. Maybe he realized I was on the verge of losing my nerves. Hey, relax. I'm not here to hurt you. Actually, I'm the one who should be scared of you and that dangerous fork. Cut the jokes. You're not answering my question. Who are you and how did you get in here? He fell silent for a few seconds, staring at me intently. I understand this must be really strange for you, and I promise I can explain everything, okay? But first, are you sure you're okay? He reached out towards the bandage on my forehead, but stopped halfway and simply pointed to his arm. You hit your head pretty hard. Oh, so hallucinating. Awesome. Wow. Suddenly, I noticed a faint stinging in my hands and the pressure in my head. I remembered the bandages covering my hands along with the piece of gauze on my forehead, whatever that is. You don't push yourself. You were in pretty bad shape when I found you. And I thought you wouldn't wake up so soon. I stayed silent, trying to process it. So, he was the one who bandaged me? Sorry, I know it's a lot to take in all at once. But seriously, how do you feel? Headache? Dizziness? Do you want me to change your bandages? No, you should probably have taken her to the hospital instead of being a creep. Being weird and touchy. His voice had a calmness that completely disarmed me. Though I couldn't decide if that was reassuring or unsettling. And his eyes looked so familiar. Where have I seen him before? I'm fine, I think. Okay, that happened. He cut us off, so are you sure? Because when I saw you, he paused as if choosing his words carefully. I noticed him spinning the silver rings on his fingers. I live in the tower across the street. Oh my gosh, it's Nosferatu. It just got interesting and hotter. It's Nosferatu. No, not Nosferatu. It's Nosferatu. Jeez. It's Nosferatu. It just got hotter. I live in the tower across the street. I was passing by when I heard a loud thud. I didn't really care at first, but then the smell of blood started coming from your apartment. I knocked to ask if everything was okay, but no one answered, and then the door just opened on its own. Yeah, of course it did. And there you were. He gestured towards the floor near the couch. After making sure I had looked where he was pointing, he crossed his arms. Believe me, breaking into houses for fun isn't really my thing. I frowned. Did I really leave the door open? No, probably not. I mean, unless it's the sliding door to the outside that she was talking about earlier, then probably. I mean, it's not such a crazy idea. Oh no. There goes the victim gaslighting. She's already doing the whole thing. These always have such a specific thing. I feel like I should just play some other stuff after a while. And it's gonna be the best. This is the last playthrough for Buttercup. Let's honor her like that. She can finally just have peace. No problems. With how absent-minded I am, I wouldn't be surprised if I left the stove on. I shook my head, trying to focus on what actually mattered. That still doesn't explain why you decided to stay. His reddish eyes stared at me in disbelief. Yeah, like, why didn't you call for an ambulance? I would just sit there. Like I was the one not making sense. Alright, let's look at it this way. Would it have made more sense for me to find someone bleeding on the floor and not try to help? Yeah. Okay. I hate to admit it, but he's definitely got a good point. I guess I should thank you, but I don't think you should stay here. Yeah, you shouldn't, though. I guess I should thank you, but I don't think you should stay here, though. He blinked a couple of times at my response, but instead of getting upset, he just tilted his head slightly, as if considering something. Fair enough. I don't blame you for being cautious. It's not every day you'd wake up with a stranger in your home. There wasn't a hint of anger or sarcasm in his voice. In fact, he sounded understanding. I won't stay if you don't want me to, especially if my presence makes you uncomfortable, but before kicking me out, at least let me change that bandage. If it gets infected, if it gets infected and you end up losing an arm, I'd feel guilty. I promise, I don't bite. No, I'll just go to the ER, it's fine. Fine, but make it quick. As you command. He made me sit on the couch, picking up the bandages and the first aid kit. Oh, I just felt my shoes move. That was creepy. Not creepy, it was just uncomfortableness. Weird. Okay. He made me sit on the couch, picked up one of the bandages and the first aid kit from the table, and walked towards me with an easygoing stride. Sorry, this might sting a little. It's fine, don't worry about it. The guy knelt on the floor in front of me and reached out his hands, silently asking for mine. ... If I didn't know the context, I'd swear this was a scene straight out of a romance movie, with the prince asking for his beloved's hand. ... I really need to stop watching too much TV. You need to go outside and touch grass, that's what's up. Feeling a bit embarrassed, I looked away and placed my hands in his. I felt his skin shiver slightly at the contact, but he tried to hide it. With great care, he started removing the old bandage from my hands, doing his best to avoid touching my skin directly. He prepared the cotton with saline. I think it's saline solution, and dabbed it gently over the cuts on my palms. It stung a little, but I did my best to keep from making a face. Once he finished, he wrapped my hands with the fresh bandages, but even though he was done, he lingered for a few seconds, silently staring at my hands. Something wrong? Oh, no, don't worry, it's nothing. It's just, you have a lot of scars on your hands. They look old. I lowered my gaze. I didn't like talking about it. It's nothing important. I think he said it's nothing important. He said that. He didn't say anything, and instead of insisting, he simply wrapped my hands in his with a warmth I didn't expect. I think scars are like constellations in the sky. Oh, he's one of those creeps. I mean, we do have a blade right here. Like, look at this cursor. It's literally a full-on blade. It's a butter knife. Or, yeah, it looks like a weird blade. That little butter knife. Not butter knife. YouTube, it's a butter knife for putting butter on bread. Nothing suspicious. Nothing suspicious. Okay. No, seriously, it looks literally like a tiny little butter knife. From a distance, they just look like tiny marks, imperfections on what was once a smooth surface. But if you really look at them, if you truly see them, you can find stories in them. You can see someone's map, the roads they've traveled, the battles they've won. His fingers trace the back of my bandaged hand with a gentle touch, and he's been creeping. He's letting himself be known weird. And no matter how broken they may seem, they're still beautiful. Because they're proof that no matter what happened, you're still here. My throat tightened. I didn't know what to say. No one had ever seen my scars as anything other than flaws or signs of weakness. But he looked at them like they were something precious. No, thank you. My chest felt strange, as if an invisible knot were tightening around my heart. But for some reason, this time I didn't want to pull away. Slowly, I placed my hand over his, and even though our skin didn't touch, I could feel the warmth radiating from him. It was a familiar feeling, one I thought I had lost a long time ago. And for the first time in years, I felt seen, not as something to be fixed, not as someone to be pitied. Just for who I was, just seen for who I was. Gently gave my hand a slight squeeze and took a few steps back, helping me to my feet. Hey, I don't even know your name. The boy blinked in surprise before letting out a soft chuckle. You're right. That is a bit of a problem, isn't it? My name's Rin. Nice to meet you, Buttercup. I guess. Rin laughed at my response. My head had clearly shaken a little. Oh, my voice had clearly shaken a little. It had been a long time since I felt this nervous. Well, mission accomplished. You know, despite how everything happened, I'm really glad I met you. You're a very beautiful person, Buttercup. He walked towards the door, but before leaving, he turned to look at me one last time. Take care, Pookie. Hello? And yes, I have no idea how I'm gonna save this. I just realized I want to save, but I don't know how I'm gonna save. There's like no prompt. I think this is still the intro part. Hello. Okay, take care, Pookie. And with that, he disappeared through the door. The sound of his footsteps slowly faded until eventually they were gone. Oh, what? Oh my gosh! I was so excited. I was like, okay, this is like proper. This is nice. I want to end it off there. See you on the next one. But yeah, thank you for playing. Thanks for playing. Day 2 is still in development and will be available in, oh my gosh, in September. If you like the project and want to support it, any donation, except no matter how small, would be greatly appreciated and will help it tremendously. This font is beautiful. I can't see anything. Will help tremendously in keeping the game moving forward. This is so pretty. Wow, I cannot read who that is. This is just nearly invisible font. But thank you. That has been, I believe, Boho Las Rosas. That was beautiful. That was sweet. And it was short. I like it. I would love to see where this goes. Even though I did say it's the retirement of like Buttercup. Why did I move this? I moved my screen. It might be the retirement of Buttercup. We can actually continue to just see what happened. If see what happens, and if by the time it comes out, I'm still very much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see it. This seems really sweet. It seems really cute. Obviously, it's gonna have some dark stuff about it, but damn, that was so sweet, so cute. I love his style. I love his vibe. I want to wear it like his. I genuinely want to cosplay that now. I want to wear the whole fit. It's so cool. Yeah, Ren looks interesting. He sounds cool. He sounds somewhat into like knife play, which is something that I've been seeing strangely enough lately. That some of these characters are depicting, not depicting, but like they're expressing, because it's something that a lot of people go through. Personally, never. I would never. But yeah, it, it's a very interesting and curious topic to get into and really discuss how things like that even start off. I'm not glorifying it, nor am I endorsing it. I literally always look into these and I'm like, I am always just so amazed by how everything is. It's really, really beautiful, really, really gorgeous. And yeah, I love it. The music was so relaxing too, very soothing. Thank you very much for everybody for watching.